That background report brings us to our discussion on Panorama today. And with the studio to do justice to this burning issue is a political analyst and former chairman of the local government area in the state, Dr. Nicholas Obim Ozonsi. Good afternoon. Good to see you, sir, on Panorama.
Good afternoon, presenter, and good afternoon, listeners.
Let's begin with the message behind the Supreme Court verdict on local government autonomy.
Okay. We Nigerians are thanking the Supreme Court for granting autonomy to the local government. Majority of Nigerians, even before the judgment was delivered, were actually clamoring for autonomy of local governments. And at the end of the day, the Supreme Court came up with a verdict affirming the autonomy of local government. And now that the autonomy has come, people are expecting a grassroots communication between the local government and the people. People are expecting infrastructural development. People are expecting, a lot of changes. Now that there is financial autonomy, people are expecting that many roads should be built.
Before we talk about expectation, can you please throw more light on local government autonomy? What does it tell us? What does it mean?
Okay. Now, the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria of 1990 Constitution stipulated the functions of local governments, and this function of local government is spread across the 774 local governments in Nigeria. So it's not peculiar to only one local government. And the functions of this local government, if you look at it, the local government are not, autonomous. They work under the supervisions of the state governments. And as they're working under the supervision of the local government, of the state government, there are things they cannot do both financially and administratively. So now that the court has given verdict that the local government should have a financial autonomy, that is receiving their destiny allocation from the federal government, I think the bulk of the responsibility of administration in local government lies now on the heads of the local government chairman, and it's a winning for democracy, and also the autonomy itself is going to be a kind of an eye-opener to everybody from the grassroots, that's the communities and the local government, even the states. And of course, it's going to expose a lot of things, especially those that are doing well and those that will not do well at the local government level. And this also may attract the graft agencies, especially when mismanagement of funds start coming up. So it's a lot, it has a lot to do. And not only being autonomous, like I've always said in most of the programs I attend, financial autonomy differs from administrative autonomy. But when we get to that, we'll discuss about it.
Let's talk about it. Differences.
Yes, I keep saying that financial autonomy differs from administrative autonomy. That local government is receiving the allocation directly from the federal government differs from when we used to have what we call the JAC. That's the Joint Account Committee of the...
In what ways? In decision making, or can you
I am coming, yes. Okay. The administrative autonomy I'm talking about is that as a local government chairman, it still remains that there are things you cannot initiate at the local government level to avoid clashes with the state. For instance, you may take up a project from somewhere without knowing that the state government also is having the same project at your local government. You may decide to carry out one program or the other. If there are no intergovernmental relationship between the local government and the state, you find out that there's going to be problem. Not only that, before you can emerge as a local government chairman in your state, well, the state governors, they're always very careful to know who comes into the local government and who goes out of the local government. So no governor will allow a recalcitrant or an enemy or somebody who is careless to come into the local government, even though it's a local government, but it's a local government in a state. So they must be checkmated by the state authority, no matter what the autonomy is. That's why I said financial autonomy differs from administrative autonomy. There are a lot of things that the local government chairman cannot get up to do without consulting the state. That does not mean that you don't have your financial autonomy. It is left with you to know, how you manage your finance. It's when the graph agencies comes up to ask what is happening between the finance and you, then it's only then that you come up to answer questions.
Okay, let's talk about the impact now.
Yes. The impact of local government autonomy is enormous. Are you getting me? So, one is that it brings development to the grassroots. It allows intergovernmental relationship between the state and, of course, the government. It also exposes the communities closer to the local government, know what is happening. Development comes up. Even most of the roads have never been built in many years. It will allow the local people to have roads, to have hospitals, to have schools, and some other amenities. Not only that, it will give more strength to the local government chairman, at least to a great extent, even though there are no administrative autonomy. But it will give them some strength, at least, to govern or to administer their local government.
So what would be your message to the local government?
Well, my message to the local government is that this is a time to be careful. It's a time for them to put their eyes down, and then whatever be the takeable they spend at the local government should be justified. It's a time for them to develop their local government. It's a time for them to relate with the people at the grassroots. It's a time to give the people the dividends of democracy. It's a time also to at least showcase themselves for another position after working at the local government.
Thank you very much. Dr. Obim Ozonse, a political analyst and former chairman of the local government area in Enugu State. We thank you once again for coming to do justice on this burning issue. Thank you.